morning. GM, everybody. My name is Dude Lifts, and this is Scroll with me. I'm signing on a little bit early today because I got the 8:30 meeting today. It's not a 9 a.m. meeting. We got that 8:30 meeting. Couldn't be moved. But what are we gonna do? Not scroll the timeline? Like, come on, bro. So for those of you, maybe this is a new time zone, a new era for you. Like I said, my name is Dude Lifts. This is Scroll with me. This is where it's in the name. It's in the name, to be fair. But where we scroll the Twitter timeline together, and we ingest the vibes, we absorb the vibes, and this is kind of I think Kuya maybe coined this. This is vibes as a service. So if you're like, what's the vibe on this thing? Then I just give you the read. So we're going to scroll the timeline. We're going to look for entertainment. We're going to look for alpha. We're going to look for bangers. We're going to look for it all. Maybe some surprises along the way. So if, we've got a few people watching already. If you're a first time listener or someone who's been around for a while, say what's up in the chat. Say GM. I'd love to say hello. But let's, without further ado, we're on, like I said, we're not on that time crunch. We're on that time difference. Let's get into it. Let's start scrolling. So 8270 says GM without fail in the chat. GM to you, good sir. I won't say hello, governor, because that's reserved for our friends across the pond, not up the way. Let's see. LG Doucette says down bad this week. Could be worse. You could be someone who wants to buy pump at these prices. Honestly, have no idea what the pump price is, but based on the fact that this is 7 minutes ago, I'm going to say that's not good. I'm just going to go off on a limb and say that it's not good. But what I will say is that, I don't know, I was about to say I'm like long-term bullish on pump as a platform, as a coin. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, I have no reason to believe that it's going to perform poorly over the long term. I just think that we're way too quick with it on the timeline. Like, this is dead. It's dying. So we'll see. But apparently, look, then we've got Frey here muting. I almost said muting, like I've never said that word in my entire life. I see that Frey is muting. It's because he has this fucking old English script. It just like messed with my mind. Who we hear say, Daniel says, I'm hearing the MetaMask card is live in Canada. Oh, you hear that, 8270? Just saying. Yeah, as far as I know, the MetaMask card is live in Europe, and I've got one of them, but it's upstairs in my wallet. So super cool. I mean, one of the tiny joys in life is to be able to go to a place, use a MetaMask card, and say, like, do you accept crypto? And they go, no. And you go, can I try? And they go, what? And then you go, bing. And they go, and that's it. Small joys. Let's see. Sticker Dude says, GM, if the person you were supposed to meet up with is asleep and you're outside their house, should you keep knocking the door or just leave? Wow. 1, would have never tweeted this. 2, that's a great question. I feel like you put in like an ample amount of effort. You knock on the door, you call a couple of times, but at some point, you got to give up the ghost and move on. Let's see what HitDex says. Join the HitDex Hit Hub. Connect with fellow Hit holders. Oh, okay. They got a community. That's cool. Yeah, sweet. HitDex is a great app. They, made a great front end for a bunch of kind of complex DeFi backends, and people love it. So it's awesome. Ooh, we've got someone who got a crypto slab. Let's just fast.
Like I'm opening.
This is kind of cool.
Right now.
Let's keep going here. For those of you who don't know, crypto slabs are just so cool. I mean, it's like, look at this. It looks like a graded card. It's a video hyper card. Like, that's just so cool. Like, love these. Oh, iconic for sure. Ooh, a dig board meeting today. Interesting. Yes. No, I'm very interested what Dig is cooking up long term. Yo, San Diego Comic-Con. That's so awesome that Kleinos is going to be there. I think, like I was saying yesterday, I think NBA Top Shot maybe is going to be there. We'll see. Let's see. Works every time. Yes, the min stare at the screen works every time. Oh gosh, the Sydney Sweeney thing. Gosh. Okay, what's Mackie say? I love a good Mackie tweet. Phase 1, provide liquidity, make swaps, refer friends. Phase 2, redact it. Phase 3, profit. Is this PRJX? Yeah, nice. Nice. That makes sense. That checks out. Yo, Hogan passing away. Dude, if there's like an inverse to hell yeah, brother, but maybe it's like a hell yeah, brother in spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly. Was digital say locked toast? Burnt toast says he's locked in. Okay. All right. All right. He's locked in. Um, okay. Then we've got, I actually don't know if I follow this fellow, but on Burnt Toast, comment about Greeny, Austin, Squinch heading out to do their own venture. Yeah, I had a couple people tag me yesterday and kind of ask me like what I thought, and I wasn't like I was like I don't know, like shoot from the hip or whatever, and I wanted to find out some more information. So I ended up chatting with the team a little bit, and I mean, I think it really boils down to this. I mean, I've I'm not a crypto OG by any stretch. I'm not like class of 2017 or anything like that. But the more and more companies I interact with, which is quite a bit, like a lot at this point, the more I realize, and I think this is probably true for most industries to be fair, but especially in an industry as new as crypto, that it quite simply comes down to very few people know what the fuck they're doing. And people reward based on speculative value people who claim to know what the fuck they're doing. But that's I'm like they're figuring this thing out, and so that's I'm like okay, it's a bump in the road. There's no kind of question about that. Of course, is it like an ideal outcome, or ideal situation? Absolutely not. Now, granted, to the same note, whatever Austin and Greeny and Squitch will get into, like I wish them the best, and we'll definitely be following along, being a fan. Like that's one of my favorite things to do. So I'll be doing that as well. But yeah, I mean, Doodles has, in my mind, continues to have so much opportunity. Like, and as they continue to kind of like truck along and kind of acquire and gain accolades on the way, it feels like the opportunity just continues to grow. And so it's just a matter of once they have that hit, it's, and this is what I was chatting with somebody about. It's like a couple of things are true. Entertainment, attention. It's still a hit based economy, right? You can slowly kind of chip away at PMF, but like you're kind of still looking for that hit. Just like any TV show, just like any piece of entertainment. And two, what I feel like has become true over time is that NFT projects, companies are like returning back to kind of what they originally set out to do in a weird way. Like it comes all the way back around with a lot of kind of experience, kind of like along the way. In the sense that I think about like Pudgy, I think about Moonbirds, like I think about in now potentially even Doodles. It's like, what was the thesis behind Doodles when it first came out? I remember, Evan Keese was on Spaces and goes like, it's going to be $1 trillion IP, bro. Like, hell yeah. And everyone's just sitting around like, fuck yeah. Like this shit's going to rip. It's going to fucking be the best shit ever. Like, and like, think about like, in love Luca but like, what is he saying besides essentially that, right? Like, we're going to be the face of crypto. It's going to be sick. Everyone's going to fucking love these penguins. Penguins are sick. Cute penguins are even sicker. Like, fuck yeah. And everyone's like, hell yeah, brother. And and Spencer with Moonbirds, he acquires Moonbirds after Moonbirds have been to the fucking laundry machine after Yuga. And Spencer goes like, yeah, fucking these birds are sick and I'm going to make them sicker because I'm Spencer and I'm sick. And everyone's like, hell yeah, brother. Like, like, and it's fun. And that's what it always was. It was like, we're on the cutting edge and it's going to be awesome. And there's so much opportunity and the sky's the limit. And so I think, if you kind of strip away all the bullshit, like, the one thing that sticks out to me, well, most immediately in my mind is like Burnt Toast talks about Doodle's artwork. It's really stuck with me. He said Doodle's artwork is like a smooth rock, like by a riverside. Like you want to just pick it up and skip it, right? It calls to you and you want to interact with it. And I think that that's not like, and this is maybe the thing with like entertainment and stuff like that. There's like, yeah, you could have, it's like a super group, right? Like if you get like a band together, like remember the super groups that all got together like, 20 years ago, and it's like, okay, if we put the best drummer in the world and the best guitarist in the world, the best minute, and like if A plus B equals C, like then this shit's gonna fucking rip. And like these super groups, everybody fucking hated them. Like, and maybe nobody could explain why. Like they made sense on paper, right? And it's like I think with an entertainment company, and granted, I'm sure there's people gonna be like, dude, this is cope, but like whatever. there's an X factor. It's like when you watch a fucking American Idol or like The Voice or America's Got Talent or whatever. Like two people could be singing the exact same song, whatever, but for some reason one of them just hits. And I think that's the thing that you cannot take away from Burnt Toast and his art is like it just hits, and that's what makes it feel inevitable. And I think that that's what people like want to align themselves with. Is that they look at the art, it inspires creativity, it makes them feel something, and that feels inevitable. That feels like it has to become something else. I think that that's what people align with, you know. So that's where I'm like, call it lowering expectations, call it whatever. But I'm like, at the end of the day, like, you know, with my popsicle PFP that I'm not rocking right now because I've got a custom of myself, and I got to rock that for at least a couple of days. But like that burnt toast artwork is invaluable to me. And the one thing that I see that that it does, maybe this is its edge, maybe it's not. Maybe we'll find this out along the way. Because the thing that I was talking with the team about was like they're really focused on building with the community in tight feedback loops, building for the community. You know, and that's why I saw in Burnt Toast tweet, he said, you know, we're going to take the best parts of DreamNet. And I think that, you know, I was excited about DreamNet. But I think I was excited about DreamNet because Doodles was building DreamNet, you know, like to be fair. Granted, do I still think there's a gap in the market for like fan fiction and monetizing that? Absolutely. But like the community, just like on the large, like didn't understand it, you know, and that's fine. And so I think the team, you know, is recognizing that and say, hey, can we just take the best parts that the community was excited about anyways, and lean into that? And I'm like, that's all people want is like get close to their community, build for your community, keep those feedback loops tight. And I think magic's going to happen. And that's why I think the primordial soup of magic that is Doodles is not gone by any stretch. And so, yeah, I think that's my take. If you want to say that's naive, if you want to say it's cope, if you want to say it's not critical enough, that's fine. But at the end of the day, all the other bullshit is just LARPing in reality, you know, with this crypto shit. So that's what I think. And we move on. And I'm not married to that take either. I may change my mind tomorrow. So sick with it. Ooh, we got some Pokemon cards. Hey. Oh, future airdrops and token distribution. We'll just like that because we like those words. So degenerate. CryptoPunks to the ultimate grail. Okay, this actually, and I'm gonna hop back on my soapbox, not to compare CryptoPunks to Doodles, but in a way, like I was thinking about this. I think CryptoPunks has played a massive role in this industry, but what I will say is that I think that like the edge, quote unquote, of Doodles that I was saying is like I've seen Doodles inspire more creativity than any other NFT brand, and I don't know why that is. Maybe because it's the artwork, like I said, the smooth rock. Like maybe it just like it does something to people. That's what it feels like CryptoPunks has changed this industry, but I will say that maybe Doodles has inspired more people than I've ever met. So that's all I'll say with that. Oh no, what is this? Oh, AI coins. Okay, cool. It's an old dance. I had to make sure that Clemente wasn't like fudding any like current bags. You know what I mean? Tweeting is a real job. Yeah. Yeah. Big agree, man. Big agree. Oh, what does Warner say? Because if you take care of your core with time, you'll be paid back tenfold. Punch. Agreed. Agreed. Stupid. Let's keep going here. I know Ethereum went up, but Doodles needs to go up also. That's funny. What is this? What does it say? But you can't. So this Pack Rip Ewing says credit where credit's due. Top Shot's instant pack buyback is very well done. Fast and great way to sell your stuff without manually listing floors. It says, but you can't get it out of the wallet only if you like to buy more moments. And they first use your withdrawable dapple before not using withdrawable dapper. Very greedy. I'm not sure the exact context here, but what Shkokobub, I don't know if Shkokobub realizes like now you can use account linking with NBA Top Shot and you can bring those moments out of out of your Dapper wallet into a more kind of Web3, like broader wallet. You can take those moments and list them on OpenSea. You can also exchange those moments for a T-Shot fungible token, which you could take to, a DEX and just swap for stable coins. Like that's straight cashish. So yeah, it's Web3. You got options. You got options, my guy. Let's see. Pump Fund will make you work for the airdrop. People are expecting free tokens for past activity. Will be disappointed. We'll see. We'll see. I do actually, and maybe I'm planning on starting streaming this on Pump Fund at some point because I think creator kind of on-chain economy is very interesting. I've tried every creator coin experiment there has been, and so I definitely want to dip my toes in that and see how it acts as a distribution platform. Same with Abstract as well. So I'll be like, instead of trimulcasting, I'll be like 5mulcasting. But yeah, so we'll see. Let's see here. Punks first. It's quite obvious which collections come next. This take brokered by Eli Scheinman. Apologies if I mispronounced it. See the market go down for 3 days in a row. Dude, it really do be like that. It really do be like that. That's so funny. Let's see. Pocky says, GM dudes, the marathon continues. Absolutely. Absolutely. And dude, I mean, fuck. Wow, I wish I could show this chart. So, like I said, everybody has no idea what the fuck they're doing. And what I think what a lot of people would agree on is like, so you have like a lot of quick hits in crypto, but then a lot of people talk about like persistence, right? Like stay in the game long enough, and you'll be able, and maybe, granted, maybe that's what kind of seeding these companies with initial liquidity, like ultimately enables in the long term when we look back and we go, wow, what were we doing? But I've seen now multiple crypto companies building like on flow. I'm running the charts now. I'm looking at the data and looking at the user numbers, the total trading volume, the app revenue, and there's been several. You think NBA Top Shots 2020. You've got another company called MFL that were like steadily growing. Steadily growing for like 3 years, right? Just a little incremental growth. Then flow becomes EVM equivalent. We put our foot on the gas with like developer growth, all this stuff. And these apps they've continued to iterate on their product. So that's one thing. It's not network effects. Do not mistake network effects for product market fit. It helps, but it's an amplifier. And so they've continued to iterate on their product little by little by little by little by little until they reached a point where they were building with the community and it hit that switch. And now they're like beep, boop. And that's how it works. So at least what I've seen. So yeah, stay in the game, continue to persist, continue to iterate, and you will find your lane, you will hit your stride, and it's gonna rip. Oh, Ben Roy with the punk. Dude, bring back the PFPs. It's good. I like this vibe. This is a good vibe. Dude, speaking of MFL, here they are. Pump Fund buyback wallet has spent 19 million buying back Pump over the last 9 days. Those tokens are now worth 7.6 million. They got to know what they're doing, right? All right, we got a few minutes left before that 8:30 meeting. So we got James Reck here. I heard there was a good watch here. Nice. Casio gang for today. We love to see it. Oh, what the fuck? Oh, fuck render. Like I was like, oh, fuck render Rolex. What's happening? And he's just saying his NFTs are scarce, I guess. For those of you who are watching the chat, say what's up, say GM. Love to say hello. I know it's not my regular time of streaming, but we've got Beach Alien here. We're gonna run it back. I see a doodles. I say a doodles. Warner reposted this stream. I can never figure out if that's an automatically generated response or like if someone says that, because it's the same thing every time it has to. But thank you, Warner. I appreciate you. Thanks for watching, man. We got front runners here. That's just a great name for an account. Now they're like, Luca, if you ran Pump Fund, what would you be doing? Right. I'm seeing more doodles that I've never seen before. This is interesting. I gotta follow. Let's see. Am I following this person? No. Okay. Now we're good. We fixed that. Let's keep going here. Labogo. Yeah, that's awesome. That's sick. Yo, Bat Stew with just a classic timeline cleanse. Just a classic timeline cleanse. Yo, a new hoodlum. Love it. Love it. Okay, what does Min say about OpenSea here? Hey, OpenSea, if you reward the true OG Power users, I promise, and many others, will use it to rebuy our beloved NFTs in your platform, which in turn protects the value of the token, which increases the value of the token, which benefits the marketplace. You sure about that? You sure about that? We'll see. We'll see. Thousands of languages on this earth, and Happy Doing the Young Sun Live decided to use the language of facts. Oh, I haven't seen what they're talking about. I'll have to go check it out. Oh my gosh, Nubis. I think Nubis is cooking new collection. We'll give you a quick preview. Dude, Nubis is always on some shit. I love it. I'm excited to see what he's cooking up. It looks like James Reck made some new artwork for Gloves Off, which is like the Wednesday night show. Dude, Gloves Off this week is going to be Gloves Off for sure. It's going to be incredible. Incredible technology. All right, let's keep going here. Let's see. Wow. Yeah, dude. Talk about Akutar. Holy shit. Yeah. How do you spend your time during the bear market? Just work, says Micah Johnson. All right. He says just work. Well, 15K people believe the future of trading is fun. Not just another perp dex. It's not another Uniswap fork. It's not another launchpad. It's a fucking experience. Dude, I think I reposted something the other day. Well, one, it's kind of like Goblin Town put up their TikTok skin. I don't know what the fuck you call that actually, but it was the sell the top where you had to like call it as it was going. It was pretty fun. And then I reposted something just recently that I saw on the timeline that was some guy trading coins on TikTok, but had it in fast mode. And it was like bing, 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 like just showing his like P&L as he went. And I was like, that's euphoria. Like that's exactly what that is, And so I think that kind of like gamble maxing, like sports betting culture, people want skin in the game in social media. They want to feel something, whatever you think about that is fine. But yeah, like coins are the confluence of that, prediction markets, coining, stuff like that. And so, yeah, I think Euphoria is on something. I'm excited to see what they cook. But we've got almost 50 people watching. I know we're 30 minutes earlier than usual, so I appreciate you all for tuning in and hopping on when you saw the notification that I was going live. Hopefully you learned something, you were entertained, you had a good laugh, maybe at my expense, totally fine. But it is Friday, so probably won't be streaming this weekend. But I hope you all have a really great weekend. Maybe go touch some grass, maybe stay on the timeline. Hey, I won't judge you. But until next time, I will see you on the timeline. Bye.